Okay, got the picture-in-pictures built a little bit differently here for you now. Picking up the action here. Just underway. We got a strike fest over here on 5 and 6. First 4 and first 3. Casey Murphy through the face for a 6-10. Krol picks up the 2-4. So we got a max score of 278 for Krol. 4 frames in. And Brandon Mooney has not missed yet. Next door over on the other pair, we've got Casey Murphy with just 1 strike on the board, and Brent Boho with 2 strikes through 3 with an open frame. Here at Maple Lanes in Waterloo, Iowa. Mike Flanagan here with you on the call. Just kind of getting situated here as we just moved everything around for these bracket match play matches right here. The winners of each match will flip-flop over to the other pair, and we'll draw Steve Keeler and Nick Pate. Wow, Brent Boho gets 3 off the right. Brandon Mooney with a strike, wearing his Bowlers March Chicago Blackhawks looking jersey today. We made a switch to the lanes that we're using today. We're actually going to have the first match once we get in the traditional stepladder on 17 and 18, then 15 and 16, 13 and 14, 11 and 12. 9 and 10 are being used as a warm-up pair this year. Boho trying to clean up his 3 count, and does. Would have liked to have had that one on the first ball, of course. And now here's Mooney looking for an opening 6-pack, and he's got it. Tell you what, these lefties might be tough to beat today. The number 2 seed Cameron Crowe, 18 years old, at plus 330. Of course, Hess leads 177 pins ahead of him. Hess really bowled well. 507 over your top seed. Cameron Crowe, your number 2 seed at 330 over Dave Barris, the 3 seed at 249. Dave Dentlinger, your number 4 seed at plus 243. Glad you're with us. We just did an internet reboot here when our stream started going down, so hopefully this will work for the rest of the day. Krol not out of this match at all. Both of these players bowling pretty awesome so far. Casey Murphy, he is one of the only 2 players to win this event twice. Your top seed, Tom Hess, has also won it twice. And Casey looking to potentially run it from the impossible task of coming up through these matches to become the 5 seed and then take down a really talented top 4 with Dentlinger, Beres, Crowe, and Hess. But you never know. That's why the format's the way that it is. Shot you here from afar. Those are Nick Pate and Steve Keeler warming up on 9 and 10. There's Mooney now looking for the front 8. And he's got it. Is he going to keep this thing rolling? Krol just has to keep striking, though, because 1 miss. He's right back in the match. Casey with a strike. And a strike for Krol now. So these guys striking at will. Boho comes in high. 3 and 4 are definitely playing a lot tougher than 5 and 6 right now from what I can see from the guys. Here's Mooney now in the 9th, looking for the front 9. He's got it. Is he going to bowl 300 here? He might. Casey Murphy. Good shot by Murphy. That's a double for Casey. Max score 211 for Boho. Mooney front 10, so he locks up the match there. Krol can shoot 257 and lose. All right, Brandon Mooney's got the front 11. He's gonna. This will be the only time he'll bowl on this pair because he'll go over to 3 and 4 after this, and then make his way down if he keeps bowling. Pretty exciting here. Front 11. Casey Murphy looking for a triple here. Take command of the match. Oh, rolls it. So he's got 2:35 left. Takes a 20-pin lead over Boho from what I can see from here. Brandon Mooney, though, looking for 300. And he did it. 300 game for Brandon Mooney. Congratulations, young man. That's one way to advance in the bracket. Awesome bowling. Man, the lefties might be tough to beat today. Congratulations to Brandon Mooney. Bowling 300. Kyle Krol still going to bowl 240. But the Boho Casey Murphy match still up for grabs. Casey can bowl 236. Boho 211. So Boho in a lot of trouble here, missing the head pin. Best Boho can do now, 179. Casey Murphy just filling frames now. It's going to be 2-0. He's going to advance, and both of these bowlers are going to take on Nick Pate and Steve Keeler coming up here on Inside Bowling. Still working on the stream, guys, trying to do what I can. It's been really difficult. Appreciate you hanging in there, everybody, with us. Casey Murphy, remember, he's bidding for his 3rd title of this event. He's won it twice. Swing Bowl 204. Looks like Steve Keeler is going to move over to lanes 5 and 6. Steve, who do you bowl? Okay. So we're going to have the 7 seed versus the 6 seed. Casey Murphy against Steven Keeler, and it'll be Nick Pate versus Brandon Mooney coming up. Getting ready to get underway here in the next round of the bracket. It's 2019 Ebonite Fall Classic. I'm Mike Flanagan. I'll be joined this round by Tom Hess, our tournament leader. He'll hang out with me for a while. I certainly appreciate you sitting in, Tom.
No problem, Mike. Thank you very much.
We have the number 5 seed versus the number 8 seed over here on 3 and 4, and it's Brandon Mooney, who just bowled 300 in the match before against Kyle Krol. He's now going to take on Nick Pate, who had a really good day today, made a big climb, made it in to be the number 5 seed today. Just missed the top 4 step ladder. And then next door, over on lanes 5 and 6, we've got Steve Keeler taking on Casey Murphy. They're good friends. They actually bowled nationals together. And Casey Murphy came in as the number 7 seed and defeated Brent Boho in the first match. And now he's taking on the 6 seed Steve Keeler over on 5 and 6. And we got our first look at Nick Pate here on 3 and 4. We have not seen Mooney miss yet. That's 13 in a row for him.
Yeah, if that pair plays anything like it did when I bowled on it, a couple games ago, Nick's going to be in for a rough haul over there.
Yeah, somebody said that 3 and 4 were broken down a bit differently. Some people that were on them were breaking them down differently.
Yeah, I don't know what happened when I made a 5 and 3 move when I made the flop this morning, and that still wasn't enough. That was the move I made yesterday, but they're weird.
And Brent Boho was completely lost on that pair. Casey Murphy bowled 2-0 to just sneak through and get in, and this left-hander here, Mooney, might be a tough task for Nick Pate.
Nick's a good bowler, though. Young kid working hard, having some success. He'll do the work to figure it out, I'm sure. 3
of these bowlers all have something in common. They've all won this event.
Yeah.
Nick Pate has won 2 tournaments ago, I believe it was. Or maybe it was 3. Might be 3 now. And Casey Murphy's won it twice. And Steve Keeler has won one of the tournaments. So we got 3 former champions right here. But Mooney right now, if I had to put my money on somebody, it'd probably be the lefty right now. Throwing 13 in a row down here on these 2 pairs.
Yep. Hope he gets them all out if he runs that ladder before I go bowling.
Yeah, you might face the southpaw and Cameron Crowe, the 18-year-old.
Is that kid amazing or what?
It really is.
That 18. Freshman at St. Ambrose. Unbelievable how hard his ball hits the pins. Oh, we just lost scores. Oh, there they come back up.
Yeah, they have this random, oh, wow, mental error by Casey Murphy there. You don't see that very often. I welcome in all the people watching here in the chat. Been watching all weekend here on Inside Bowling. We've been battling some stream difficulties. I certainly do appreciate everybody that is still here hanging around.
That's bowling, the whole right-left thing. It'll never be fair, but Brandon definitely on that pair has a huge advantage.
That's 14 in a row now for Mr. Mooney. Looks like he's a Blackhawks fan, too. I'm a Blues fan, so this is interesting. And Casey Murphy gets 3 off the right. We saw Boho take 3 off the right in the last match over on 3 and 4.
Really?
Yeah. So that's two 2 times we've seen 3 off the right by a couple finalists in the tournament. That speaks to this oil pattern. It is 43 feet in length. 31 mils on the lane, 2.14 to 1 ratio out on the lane. And we see the first mistake by Mooney. 137. Murphy trying to clean up his 3 count. Crosses over and spares it.
Didn't cost him any counts. He was planning. He knew.
Yeah,
He
yep.
missed a single pin. Hey, I can go ahead and get 3 off the
That's
right.
right.
I'm not going to lose count here. You know, in that situation, that's just the same as 9-1.
Sure is.
Brandon made the spare.
So Nick's got to feel good about that, seeing Brandon miss. And now Keeler just trying to pounce here. Casey with a mental error, missing a single pin and then getting 3 off the right. Let's see if Keeler can keep it around the pocket here.
That's pretty good.
Looks really good, yep. Steve Keeler's a good bowler. Not a lot of people know Steve Keeler, but he's from the Kansas City area. Really good player.
Yeah. I mean, you don't win one of these without being a good player. It's kind of tough to.
Wow, Nick Pate leaves the 8-10 on the
Look,
Orthodox.
From here, from a bad angle, I wasn't looking at the screen, but he made a big move. Went out to the gutter. There's literally nothing left on that lane in. I don't know unless he can go to something really weak and, you know, basically play fallbacks. You can't hook it from in over there. That pair is just toast. Steve Keeler with the front 3 to start the match.
Nick gets the count, so Brandon Mooney with a nice lead here early in the match. Steve Keeler with a nice lead as well. Just want to remind everybody, coming up after this, the winner of each one of these matches will go on to bowl against each other to determine who's going to be the 5 seed, and that's going to be on lanes 7 and 8. And whoever that eventually becomes will go down to lanes 17 and 18, and we'll give a try against the 4 seed, Dave Dentlinger. Nick Pate here.
Went back.
Can't quite get the 4-pin down.
Yep, went back way left. Tried to use a little loft.
Sure did.
That was better than the first 2 attempts from in there where he went way high. At least that one got to the pocket. Could have tripped the 4.
Casey Murphy back with a good shot. I like that one. Much better. Eddie Bird says good luck to you today, Tom.
Thanks, pretty bird.
Kevin Williams in the chat says we've been working on Casey's 3-count spares. It's paying off.
Wonder if Kevin's going to write a song about that.
3-count blues or something?
Yeah.
Mooney comes in light now for the 3-pin, so he is human. After throwing the first 14 strikes. Casey follows it up with a double of his own.
And right back in the match.
This tournament was formerly known as the Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open, now called the Ebonite Fall Classic. We'd like to thank Ebonite for stepping up with the sponsorship.
Yes, I would. Thank you very much.
You threw a GB3 the entire tournament, the black-blue?
Up until the last game. I switched
Okay.
to the Lava Heat.
Okay, that's what Steve's using right now.
That's what Steve's using. Switched to the Lava Heat the last game for 269. Today might have been one of the best blocks I've bowled. I mean, without a doubt, it's the best block I've bowled in a long time.
Yeah, you ran away and hid today. What were your games again? 230, 270, 270, 2-0.
230, 270, 270, 2-0, 220, 260.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
60 clean frames today.
507 over for 13 games.
And I still got to bowl one more.
Sure do. Another good shot for Keeler there. You're playing those extreme angles, that's going to happen once in a while. Mooney misses the 10 pin. Uh-oh.
New life.
So Mooney has 94 in the 5th. Pate has 46 in the 3rd with a spare up in the 4th. He can actually take the lead.
If he can, yeah. He can actually step up here and throw a double. He's in the lead. Looks like he's coming back. Is he making a ball change? Oh, he's just in his backpack. Oh.
And now Keeler misses a
Another
single pin. So we've seen 3 single pin misses out of the 3 or 4 of these bowlers. We saw Casey Murphy miss one in the 1st frame. We saw Keeler miss one in the 5th. And we just saw Brandon Mooney miss one in the 5th as well.
That's huge.
You got to make your spares.
That's huge. Let's see if the guys step up and take advantage. That's what you got to do. Great shot, Casey. Guy gives you advantage. Let's see if Nick can do the same.
Casey's got that trick roll that when it does hit the 1-3, it's hard. It's real hard.
Oh, Nick went back to the gutter on that lane after 8-10ing.
That's the second 5-10 we've seen him bowl on this live stream. He left a 5-10 when he pulled a shot yesterday when Krol was in the booth and he was throwing urethane in the middle of the lane. Just duck hooked left a 5-10. That's a bad break on a Brooklyn.
He must, on the left lane, he made, I don't know if it was a ball change, but he definitely made a loft change on that left lane. I wonder if the fact that we're bowling with the old, long AMF ball returns is why he's not doing that on the right lane.
Could be.
Why he balled up and went out to the ditch.
That's a good observation.
You know, he light swished 8-10 the first shot. He tried that, and then I don't know if he made a move right or if he just threw it bad. But that one duck hooked and went Brooklyn.
Casey and Steve pretty much do the same shot on lane 5.
Yeah.
Leaving the sticky 7. 5 late to fall.
That'll leave Casey makes a spare, leave him down 9. There's yet another ball change.
He's making some noise down there. I don't know if I've ever heard Nick make that much noise. It wasn't with his voice. It was just clapping, but
clapping and waving. He's got to figure out something on that right lane.
I wonder if he can just get as far left as he possibly can on that right lane and use that same ball and just throw it harder or something.
Throw it harder, get it a little bit more in the air. They don't hook in the air.
Nope. Here's Mooney.
They flare in the air, however.
They do.
Just don't hook in the air.
Correct.
See if Steve can rebound.
Taking a little extra time here.
It's pretty good. Just snap that 10 out.
Yeah, pretty awesome. I'm impressed with that bowling ball hooking from inside like that and carrying.
That's a good one in there.
Steve doesn't have a lot of side rotation. He's up the back of it quite a bit. Mooney with a double now.
It's a pretty big pitch right here. Nick's gotta figure something out on this right lane.
Eddie Bird has a comment for lane 4. Reminds him of last weekend, Tom.
Oh boy, yeah. They're not quite that bad. What he's referencing is we bowled a tournament. We bowled a tournament down St. Louis last weekend, team tournament, where we bowled 4 regular team games and then 27 Baker games with no re-oil. It's a good pitch. He's going to be guessing himself on, he's probably going to be second guessing the ball change. to go out and try to go right, but also, you know, there's not, like I said, there's no hole on that pair. Give the kid credit for, you know, thinking outside the box.
Ooh, Casey with the messenger on the 10.
I'm trying.
So Keeler bowling what you call a house bowler's possible 267.
Wasn't that a St. Louis 267
Yeah,
or something like that?
Yeah,
Isn't that what they called it?
Yeah, when you miss a single pin, nothing else but strikes.
Hey, I did that. I did that in the title match last year.
You did. You did.
I'll take it again right now.
Yeah, I bet you would. See Nick over here. He is on the approach, everybody. He's just way left. Oh, and he gets a messenger.
Pretty good shot there. He's going to need help now, though. He can punch out for 2-0. Mooney's only on 2-0 pace, though, so if he can somehow figure out that right lane.
Penn was still thinking about leaning. Mooney with a triple. He's well in command now. Don't forget the winners of each one of these matches will head over to lane 7 and 8, and they will square off against each other to see who becomes the 5 seed in the stepladder. Tom Hess sitting next to me is the number 1 seed today, plus 507. Second, Cameron Crowe, plus 330. Dave Barris is third at plus 249, and fourth is Dave Dentlinger at plus 243. Yep, another one. Casey's handing this one to Steve Keeler.
Yeah. I mean, Steve's kind of taking it a little bit, but Casey's not. Ooh, things might get interesting over here if he doesn't make this. The 359.
203 max score for Nick Pate. Brandon's going to 211 pace.
Oh, slapping that 10 out.
Yeah, Keeler slaps it out, so Keeler keeps striking. Yep, and there's that miss you were talking about. Yeah. So Nick Pate can bowl 203.
Nick Pate's got to throw the first 3 to make Brandon stand up and double.
Yep, exactly right.
When I won this last fall, I stepped up and
you did
threw all 3 in the 10th to beat
did.
Nick by 1.
That was wild. That was a really nice performance. It's on our YouTube channel, too, if you want to go out and watch it when you're done here today. Anybody that's watching at home?
I might go watch it before I bowl my next match.
You should. You should. Get you all fired up.
It was a heck of a match we had. Nick was the higher seed. Forced me to finish on that right lane that, you know. Obviously, Nick's doing the same thing. With Nick being the higher seed, he's getting ready to finish on the left lane here.
Steve Keeler's bowled a heck of a match, paying tribute to St. Louis with the single pin miss there in the middle.
Let's see what Nick's got here. See if we can get one.
Oh, yeah. That was, I mean.
He's in jail. I mean, there's nothing you can do on that pair.
Yeah, he was pretty close.
Unfortunately, as we all know, I mean, you know, life's not fair, but on that pair, the right-left thing was huge. Still a great week. Hey, what's going on with my Cubs, man? Chris Bran hits a 3-run home run in the bottom of the first.
No kidding.
Yeah. Can we play the Pirates for the last 16 games of the season, please? Well, Nick struck again over there on the left lane, but it's looking like it's going to be Brandon Mooney against Stephen Keeler. Basically, we got a 6-man stepladder is what's going on from here. 194 for Casey. Solid weekend. He'll finish in a tie for 7th and 8th. Nick strikes again on the left lane. Struck out on the left lane.
7th and 8th finish they get $750 each. 6th place gets $900, 5th place $1,100, $1,250 for 4th, $1,500 for 3rd, $2,000 for 2nd, $2,700 if you win. So it took 300 to win. Well, it didn't take, but it, Mooney bowled 300 on 5 and 6, and then Steve Keeler possibly bowled 279. It's a pretty high scoring pair here. And earlier in the weekend, we had front 10 there twice. 5 and 6, good pair.
I didn't get to bowl on that pair. I had to bowl on 3 and 4 twice. The one where, 190 is a good pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keeler just mowing them down. So coming up next here, we'll have Steve Keeler against Brandon Mooney right here on lane 7 and 8 here on Inside Bowling. Welcome back, everybody. Mike and Tom here with you here in the booth. It's Steve Keeler versus Brandon Mooney here, the 8th seed versus the 6th seed. Keeler is the 6th seed. Mooney is the 8th seed. Winner of this will become the 5 seed in our step ladder. Keeler gets it started on the left lane on lane number 7 and gets the 6 to kick into the 10. And he's using the same ball he used on the last pair, Tom.
Yeah. The first thing that pops out of my mind is I guess I should have done a better job of watching the practice, but Steve being right-handed and wanting to bowl his 10th frame on that right lane. But the longer and longer they bowl, the closer and closer you're to getting to that ball return. I didn't see if he had a better reaction on the right lane. Should have done a little bit better job of paying attention to that.
Mooney leaves the 3-9. Comes in a little bit light. Yep. Mooney has won 2 matches so far today. We do move pairs after every single match here. So this will be the only time we'll see lane 7 and 8. After this, the next pair that will be used will be 17 and 18. And coming up next in that match will be the winner of this match taking on Dave Dentlinger, who, if you were here joining us between the matches, got to find out about Dave's chiropractic things and whatever else he was talking about there.
Yeah, Dave and I had a little conversation here and didn't move away from the mic, so you know all about my new house and his bed and the pro shop in Krol and the lane machine, the brand new lane machine that has already had a relay go out on it. So
all right. That was a really good shot by Mooney.
All kinds of random information going on. Getting back to Steve starting the right lane, I mean, there's several reasons for that. Maybe Steve wants to know what he has to do, you know what I mean? So now Steve will step up and bowl the 10th frame after Brandon's done.
I want to give a shout out to Sean Morris in the chat. Hello, Sean.
Hey, Sean, how are you, sir? Send the guys in Kentucky a message, tell them they're doing really good with those GB3s. Sorry about that, rubbed my nose, bumped the mic. Pretty good shot there, slapping that 10 out.
Yeah, another 6 into the 10 for Keeler. He's got that working pretty well, even from that extreme inside angle. Keeler got his way here by defeating Casey Murphy in the last match, and Mr. Mooney got here by defeating Nick Pate. Keeler has won this event before. Dave Barris, our 3 seed, has also won before. And Tom, who's sitting next to me, our number 1 seed, coming up later. He's won it twice, looking for a third time? Would you call it a three? Well, not a three-peat because it's not in a row.
Not a three-peat, but be a first-time, three-time champion.
That's right.
That'd be pretty cool. That was a good shot by Steve.
Keeler's got a really good look.
Yeah, it looked like he got that one a little bit further right down lane, so it shaped a little better, and 6 didn't actually slap the 10 out there. It kind of mauled the 10 out.
He's a little deeper than what you were, right? Pretty close?
He's probably pretty close to where I was game 6. I mean, I was looking, at the dark boards on 22-23 is where I was looking that last game, so I was probably hitting 25 because I hit a little bit left of what I look at.
Good shot from Mooney. Nope, the high.
Oh.
Crept high just at the end there, 4-6.
Gets one. Keep the count going. See how Brandon rebounds from that split?
Way outside.
Oh, way right. Almost made it back, though. Funny game.
Yeah, he was just hanging right off the gutter.
15 minutes ago, the guy can't miss.
Right.
Funny game.
Spares it up. So now Keeler looking to improve on his lead. 3 in a row, looking for the 4th. He's been all over the pocket. Hook, hook, hook. Oh my.
Oh, that's a big 9 count right there.
That almost got back. It was a little fast.
Yep.
A little fast in my opinion.
Yep. How much easier is it to shoot that 8-pin than the 2-4-5-8?
Mm-hmm.
Or the bucket, as us bowlers like to call it. Ran it down. Waitress down here.
Chicken strips and fries, I heard.
Yelling out the orders over here. Pair away, and you can hear her on the mic.
It's pretty quiet in here, too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Push. It did.
Oh, high flush. There's still, other than, except for 3 and 4, there's still plenty of hold, I think,
Yeah.
right through here. And when we bowled on 7 and 8, you couldn't, it was, if you got it right too quick, it hooked, but it kind of laid there if you got it in. And 13 and 14 was really good. Which, ironically, 13 and 14 was the pair that I pulled Nick on last year when 14 was just fried. It's amazing what the new technology in bowling balls can do to a lane if you get some guys to play them all together and play them right, how easy you can make a pattern. And if guys don't want to get together or they use just a little bit too much surface or Whatever they want to do, they can make them almost impossible. That one was way out there again.
Yeah, he keeps getting it wide. I don't know if he moved in because he started creeping high or what happened, but.
Looks like he just went and got a piece of tape, like maybe he might have dropped that one. Maybe not. Maybe he just went and grabbed it. Good
All
spare.
right, covers it up.
Looks like he's throwing the Black Widow urethane. Oh, he did go get a piece of tape. He went ahead and shot the spare without the piece of tape. He's going to put it in to throw strike. Just like checking out the chat there. Anything interesting happening there, Mike?
I was just communicating to them that the stream keeps dropping and that I was working on it.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. The internet not being your friend this week. You're up here working hard, and the internet keeps letting us down.
Yep. Just got to keep trying to restart it over and over again. It's a lot like bowling.
Yeah,
It's a lot like when you open.
Yep.
Every time the internet goes down, it's like I open. You got to get back on the approach when you make a ball change.
Well, my internet worked really good today.
It sure did. Sure did. I've been Greek churching, big foreign, 4 through the heart all weekend long. Finally get going and then get kicked down again.
That's got a see, got that one a little quicker.
Yep. Hook.
Oh.
Wow, it just fed it right in there. Steve's bowling really good right now. He's got a really good look.
Don't want to put it on him too early, but it looks like he's going to get to make that flop down to 17 and 18 to start the match to march back down to here to 11 and 12 for the championship. They're going 17 and 18 or 15 and 16?
They're going 17 and 18 this year.
17, 18, 15, 16, 13, 14, 11, 12.
Yep.
Wonder if they'd ever switch it up and stick you down in the corner and do this down on the high end.
Could. Just got to make sure I get internet down there. Maybe the internet would be better down there, or they can drop me a new line.
Yeah.
Give me a whole new service, new provider, everything.
There you go. Why don't you get to work on that? Down again. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the only difference between this game and the last game is Steve picked a spare.
Yeah. Does that mean he's not from Missouri anymore because he made the spare?
Yeah, he's from Kansas City.
Okay.
Second half of his life here. He was born and raised in St. Louis.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I used to bowl with his brother Mike in the Travel League.
Oh.
Younger brother. Steve's just a few years older.
Leave us old men alone. You don't have to pick on the old man. Come on. Steve's wife Linda got a check this week.
She did.
Yeah. That's looking pretty good.
Sure
pretty
is.
Solid.
Now the crazy thing about Steve is every different angle that ball's going through the pins is knocking them all down.
Yeah.
All different ways. Whether if it's like that half pocket, 6 tilts into the 10. The fadeaway sends them left and right.
Yep. The first couple shots where the 6 just slapped the 10.
Yep,
out.
Exactly.
A couple that he got a little bit further right that read it and came off of it a little harder. The 6 just absolutely mauled the 10. It's fun when you get that. That's kind of what I had that last game. If I get it right, it'd hook up and set there, and if I got it in, it'd push. Let's hope I got that look on 11 and 12. Boy, Brandon hasn't missed since he put that piece of tape in the ball.
No, he hasn't. Still bowl 232, but it's not going to be enough. Steve Keeler's going to go on to take on Dave Dentlinger down on lane 17 and 18 here in just a few. We got to let the guys go through the motions here. Finish out this match. I want to thank everybody for watching today. A great time to talk about the sponsors. We've got Ebonite as the title sponsor of this event, makers of the Choice, Futura, Game Breaker 3, Destiny, and Maxim line. Make sure when you consider your next bowling ball purchase, you consider a ball from Ebonite. Also would like to thank the Convention and Visitors Bureau here in Waterloo. Logo Infusion, you can save 20% with coupon code GIBA19. That's 20% with GIBA19. USA Mortgage, Kingpin Bar and Grill right here at Maple Lanes, Budweiser and Bud Light, family of beers, and the Hampton Inn.
I supported a few of them sponsors. The only one that I didn't support this weekend would be the Budweiser. Told Brandon thank you. Without their help, you don't see a prize fund like that.
Yep, $28,385 up for grabs.
How many total bowlers we have?
Was it 48 and 57, and then 64?
115, 179?
Yep. Yep, just about 100% payout.
Yep.
All money's collected. So Steve Keeler, not going to bowl 279 here, not that it really mattered.
Think Brandon's going to kick himself for not putting that piece of tape in a little bit earlier? Think that's why he kept missing it?
Could be, yeah. Just kept getting away from him out to the right there. And Steve chops it straight off, so he's going to shoot 242. Yeah, 242 for Steve Keeler. So Steve Keeler, congratulations, man. You just keep moving on. We'll see if this Heat Lava and Steve Keeler can have anything for Dave Dentlinger down on lane 17 and 18. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. 2019 Ebonite Fall Classic. We are now down to the finals. Steve Keeler's the number 6 seed, made it out of the bracket, so he actually becomes the 5 seed. He's going to take on our 4 seed, Dave Dentlinger, here today. Down on lane 17 and 18, they move pairs after every single game here at the Ebonite Fall Classic. Keeler been using this Track Heat Lava from the inside angle. It's been bowling really good. It's won 2 matches now in a row. And now here's a look at Dave Dentlinger. Dentlinger had a really good day today. If I can figure it out here, I will look through what we had here. Dave Dentlinger was paired up with Nick Pate, and Pate was 45 over, Dentlinger was 50 over, and he got himself into 4th position, getting to 243 over. So he went 190 over this morning with shots like that one right there. This should be a great match, everybody. Glad you're with us here. Maple Lanes, Waterloo, Iowa. do this event twice a year. It's formerly known as the Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. This time it's the Ebonite Fall Classic. Ebonite, the new title sponsor of these events. So this is the 16th running of the tournament. The lane patterns, 43 feet in length, 31.14 milliliters of oil. It's a 2.14 to 1 ratio. It's been very demanding, but when people get matched up, you can see some very high scores. We saw a 300 just earlier today in the bracket play. Brandon Mooney had 300. Had 2 300s this week so far. Maybe we'll have another one here coming up in the finals. We've got Dave Dentlinger right now is your 4 seed, and the winner of this match will go on to take on Dave Barris and then Cameron Crowe, and then our tournament leader Tom Hess, who now joins me back in the booth again.
Oh. Ouch. Riz just left the game, just rolled his ankle.
Who?
Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, are we talking bowling?
Yep, we've got the finals here, and you're the top seed in this one.
No, okay. The Cubs are playing though too, so yeah, I expect this to be a high-scoring match. It looks like that pair. I bowled on that pair earlier. That's where I started. Pretty good pair, and both these guys like to get over there and play where the lanes are calling for the ball to be played, I guess. Expecting a high-scoring match here. And we've got a strike 6 spare and a strike 7. Guess I'll get out of the prediction business.
Yeah, it's the first shot we've actually seen Steve throw that didn't break something up on a hit like that.
Good spare. All even after 2.
Keeler's jersey today kind of matches the overhead scoring monitors.
Yeah. Very nice.
Steve's just got a real nice look out there. Really reminds me of the look that I mentioned in the last match, kind of the look that you have.
Yeah.
You guys got similar looks on this pattern. Dave Barris does as well, but
seems to always end up over there.
I feel like Dave's ball roll though is going to be real tricky on carry. If Dave can carry, he's going to be really tough. But a lot of 10 pins, at least on the pairs that we streamed earlier today.
Which are you talking, Dave Barris or Dave?
Dave Barris, yeah.
I didn't know if you're talking about Dentlinger. I didn't see Dave really throw a single ball this weekend. We didn't bowl in the same squad, and we weren't near each other today. Where did these guys start the day? I know Steve and I were on the same pair. Who made a big run today?
Yeah, I just spoke to that actually.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Dave Dentlinger was with Nick Pate earlier today. So Pate was 45 over, Dentlinger 50 over, I believe it was.
So those guys were down in the 40s then, and both made runs to the top 10?
Yep.
Can be done. I've heard people say that he brings back too many people. He brought back 57 or 8 guys this morning, but there you go. 2 guys from the 40s made runs.
I don't mind the bringing back a bunch of people, but I do think that this much bowling with people traveling and everything through all those brackets and everything might be a little overkill, personally.
Well, I agree. I think we should just stop now and pay. It's a good time. Why don't you go talk to Joe while these guys are finishing up this match and see what you can get done there.
I think 3 hours of Stepladder is good.
Okay.
4.5 is pushing it.
Is it going to be 4 hours?
If Michael Martell makes the finals, yes.
We'll be done Tuesday.
I left at 5:40 last time I was here. Well, actually, it was at Cadillac, I believe. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
There's
I like the 7 games of qualifying. That's all cool. I like the 6 games in the morning. Wow, Dave.
Another
mental error
pin
right there.
miss.
You know, like I'm good with 13 games to get there. Like that's a lot of bowling. 13 games is a lot in 2 days. You know, I love that portion of it. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if the bracket is necessary. I don't know. Just a personal opinion, but it's worked. This tournament does well every time, and that's part of it. So,
like I said, we can change it right now if you want. We do. There's another with the Greater Iowas. We have, with which this is part of the GIBA schedule.
sure is.
We have quite a few different formats. We have a tournament in Fort Dodge where there's 2 squads. You bowl 8 games. Top 12 make the stepladder, and 10, 11, and 12 bowl. Winner moves on to face 8, 9, on to 6, 7, and so forth until the title match then is 1 versus whoever gets out of there. Which, that's kind of neat. The Iowa Open, which is also part of the Greater Iowa Bowling schedule. 8 games of qualifying, take the top 10, bowl 10 games of round robin, all in one day. The late teen gamer.
I almost feel like Keeler can't believe how much he's striking himself.
Yeah.
Even on shots that he misses a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, when you got to get over there, that ball. The couple of times I've had the opportunity to throw it in there, I used it obviously at the end in St. Louis last week in the tournament we were talking about. In a regional, when I bowled doubles regional with Jeff Riggles, when you got to get left, that ball, it just seems to hit the pins the right way from several angles. That was. Dave came back from the open and struck. Kind of a big shot here. Still kind of early in the match, but nope, slapped out the 10 there. Good comeback after the 9 out to get the double. Dave's got 67 in the 4th. Steve's got spare strike turkey. Heading up to about a 30-pin lead for Steve Keeler through 5 frames here.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's the first non-lean onto the 10 that we've seen so far for Steve.
Yeah.
See if he can remember how to pick a 10 pin here. It's been a while.
So what are you proposing then? Just do the 13 games and go straight to a 5-man instead of the 10-man stepladder, or 13 games and be done?
You know, I don't know. You could grab like 6 guys or something, you know, and they could bowl 2 games across 2 pairs or something, and whoever's the highest out of that then becomes the 5 seed or something. You know, just I don't know, all that for a 5 seed. I mean, seems like.
Yeah, it's basically to get to a 6 seed. You know what I mean? When you think about it that way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it'd be quicker if they just took 12 and made those guys right into an 8-man bracket. You just bowl 4 matches and then bowl 2 matches and then bowl the match to get to the 5th seed.
Yeah, you can do that too. You could also do a thing where like maybe like the top 3 are seated into a step ladder, but then you like, I don't know, have, I don't know, so many people bowl and you eliminate 2, then you eliminate 2, then you eliminate 2, and then you have your 5-person step ladder.
That's kind of what they do in Coldwater, Ohio. I really
the
like
Proprietors Cup, right?
No, in Coldwater, Ohio.
Oh.
For the started out as a regional, was really a super regional. They worked it up. Now it's a national event, but they still use the same format. We bowled our qualifying. They cut to the top to the cashers, which was the top 32 in a 96-player field. Came back in on, well, this week it was on Friday. They bowled 4 games. They cut from 32 to 16. They bowled 3 more, cut from 16 to 8. Bowled 2 more, cut from 16 to 4 for the show. And every round pins carried over.
So Dave Dentlinger here with a triple now, trying to apply some pressure here on Steve Keeler. 12-pin match if he strikes, and he does.
That was really good.
Dentlinger can play. He's a good bowler.
Yeah, the shot before that, he slapped the 10 out there, had the 6-pin doing some work. Trying to see what Dave's throwing. I can't tell from clear down here. Both these guys are EBI staffers. Can you tell what that is? It looks gold and silver. I can't tell what that is from here.
If it's gold and silver, it could potentially be either a
resurgence, maybe?
Yeah, resurgence.
Or a...
could be a Black Widow Black Gold. Probably not, but it could be.
Also looks like it might be the old Destiny hybrid.
Yeah, that could be as well. Keeler just keeps striking.
I'm going to guess Destiny hybrid with the way the lanes are right now. Can you see the scores on there? 12-pin match?
Yep, 12 pins.
So Steve strikes here. He'll have his own fate in his own hands going into the 10th frame, no matter what Dave does.
Wow, the can opener didn't work that time.
7-pin. Dave Dentlinger will have a chance to step up, strike out to take the win here. Steve makes a spare. Oh, a little bit light, left 2-pin.
So Keeler can still bowl 238, 226 max score for Dentlinger.
Still strike out to make him mark. Down again.
Oh, yeah. Whole game.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. All right, so Dentlinger with a strike in the 10th. He can double to force Keeler to mark and get 8. Is that right? Well, good count.
Good count twice, right?
Yeah, good count twice. Yeah, you're right.
Steve's on a spare. Good count spare, and then get good count. Yeah, that's Destiny. Destiny high rip. Oh, looks like he, yeah, leaked it right. 2-4. He still needs to make a good shot here. .216 for Dentlinger. What's 9 out for Steve? You see that?
That would be 216.
Tie?
Yep.
So they would tie if he goes 9 out?
Yep.
So he still made him mark.
Oh,
4-9.
wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. A 4-9. He's got to make it. He's got to make it. What do you put the odds on him making this?
Wow.
15%? 20%? Higher than that? Less than that?
Oh, it's got to be less than 15. I mean, I hope, you know, it'd be a great shot to make it. Not that I'm rooting for or against. I just,
Steve Keeler just needed 9 out to tie. Leaves the 4-9. Needs to pick it to win. Can he do it?
no.
Nope. Wow, that's
Wow.
unfortunate. 215 for Steve Keeler, 216 for Dave Dentlinger. Wow. Dave Dentlinger is going to move on to take on our number 3 seed, Dave Barris, coming up here on Inside Bowling. Wow, that was really an interesting finish.
Yep, Mike, I'm going to be done for the day. I'm going to go get ready to bowl my match.
Awesome. Good luck to you today, Tom.
Hope the stream works a little better, and thanks for having me.
All right, bud. All right, the guys just shook hands. Now we've got Dave Dentlinger after a victory over Steve Keeler. That bad break for Keeler with a 4-9 in the 10th frame. Dentlinger moves on to win by 1 pin. Now he's going to take on Dave Barris, our number 3 seed. Dave Barris is a past champion of this event. Dentlinger's going to start the match on the left lane. Barris has lane choice, and he's forcing Dentlinger to finish on the right lane. Possibly because of the ball return, I'm not sure. Right through the face for Dave Dentlinger. It's the Battle of the Daves here at Maple Lanes here in Waterloo, Iowa. I'm Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you are watching on our live stream right now, you know we've been dealing with a few difficulties today, but everything will be archived on our YouTube channel, and I know many of you will come back and watch it there. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, don't forget you can always head over to Inside Bowling, and you can save 15% with coupon code YouTube off all of our merch. Really appreciate the support this weekend that we've had. So here's a look at Dave Barris, playing the inside angle as well. He qualified third, but did have some carry issues in the frames that I saw him bowl when he came through the live stream pairs a couple of times yesterday and then again today. It looks like he's pretty soft with his speed, trying to get as much of it as he can to get it around the corner, and helps it a little bit too much, leaves the 3-pin. Dave's an awesome bowler. Simple game. Really impressed with his resume and how well he's bowled over the years. Seen him bowl a lot in these events. It was a demanding oil pattern this weekend, really tricky, but some guys were able to put some pretty high scores up. Beres finished it up with a nice strike right after through the face 3 pin. So Dave's lined up on the left lane, and keep in mind he will get to finish on the left lane. See you guys. Got a break in the action here. Okay, all right. There's Dave, taking his time. Dentlinger with a double now. So guys finding their groove here on lanes 15 to 16. The winner of this match is going to go on to take on our number 2 seed, which is Crowe, the lefty, the 18-year-old lefty. And then our top seed is Tom Hess. Tom looking to be the first person to win this tournament 3 times. Dave comes in light for 10 pin, and we've seen a lot of that from Dave. Right around the pocket, a lot of 10 pins, a lot of corner pins. But you know what? In this entire huge field that we had here, 160 plus bowlers, Dave was 3rd best, so his carry issues weren't that bad. Excellent spare shooter. Covers a spare. Dave with another strike. It's a battle of Daves, like I said earlier. Dave Beres going at a Dutch 200 pace. Dentlinger with a double on the board, but the open. Let's see how he does here on the right lane. Comes in way light, pitch out there, 1, 2, 8, 10. Covers it nicely. Seen a lot of washouts converted here this week. Wow, Dentlinger leaves the 9 pin. It's a really good shot by Dave. covers up the spare. So now Dave Barris here looking at his Dutch pace. Doesn't look so bad. After Dentlinger did not go a strike in the 4th or the 5th. Looks like things are working okay here right now for the moment, everybody in the chat that's watching. Beres with a horrible break here. 4-7-9. I like his chances of hitting the 4-pin on the left side of it. Dave's pretty good at this. Oh, when he picked it up. I had a feeling he was going to pick that one. He's really good at that. I've seen him do that multiple times. Where's that, Steve Keeler, when you need it? Heck of a spare conversion there by Dave Beres, and he keeps his Dutch pace going. And what I mean by that is a Dutch 200 is when you go spare strike for the entire game and you bowl 200 even. So he's got his Dutch pace still going with picking up the 4-7-9. He's that accurate, folks. And there he is getting his strike on the left lane as Dutch continues to roll. Which player can double next could win this match? Dave Dentlinger now playing pretty deep inside. Now he leaves a weak 10 on the right lane, just like Barris did. Covers it up nicely. So Dentlinger, after the double in the 2nd and the 3rd, has yet to be able to throw a strike up on the board. And Dave Barris, sitting on the bench, is watching this go on. And is probably thinking, man, can I find a way to double and break this Dutch up here on the right lane? A little bit tighter lane of the two. But if you try to help it at all, it's through the face. We did see Dave Barris leave a 3-pin earlier. So let's see what Dentlinger does here on the left lane. He does have a strike on each lane so far. Just really slow with it. Gave up on it. Helped it right into the lane. Now he's staring at a 6-10. Makeable spare, though. So here's Dave Barris looking for a double here. Can really stomp on him here in the match if he can find a way to double. I'm sure he's going to make some sort of crafty veteran little tweak. And there it is, 10 back for Dave Barris. So Dave Barris rolling right along here. He's got now, it looks like, what is about a 20-pin lead in the match for Barris up in the 8th frame on the left lane. His good lane. Oh, Barris on his good lane leaves the 9. It's a good shot by Dave again. I think he'll take the double, though. He needed the double. Now we've seen a lot of players miss single pin spares, and I'm guessing Dave Barris will not miss a single pin spare during this entire, however far he makes it. See, there you go. I didn't jinx him. And he's just finding a lot of hook now, Dentlinger is, you know. So now we're staring at a 3-6, or 3-4-6. Yep, 3-4-6. And, you know, Dave Beres picked a split in this match. Picked up the 4-7-9 just a little while ago. Let's see if Dentlinger can pick this one up. A little bit of a different, not quite as hard as the 4-7-9. Oh, gave it a run, chopped it right off. So Dentlinger, the best he can bowl now is 195. Barris going to a 209 pace. It looks like we're going to see Dave Barris move on, the 3 seed. More than likely here is going to take on Cameron Crowe, the 18-year-old lefty, who's kind of new to the scene here up at these tournaments. He's an awesome bowler, though. Looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table in this kind of an environment. That one's pretty good. Good job, Dave. Good job. Good adjustment. Looked like he moved a little bit left, got around it a little bit more, projected it more to the right, to the front part of the lane, and the ball sits up and strikes. So, barring disaster here, he's going to be just fine. But we did see in the last match with Steve Keeler, we thought he was cruising right along in 4-9. So Barris leaves a 10 pin. Covers it up, so 195, so we just need count. 9 pins on the first ball. Dave Barris will advance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just like the last match. Here we go. Through the face. 4, 6, 7. That changes everything here in this match. And I just kind of said something about that. You cannot ever take it for granted. So if Barris gets count here, that would give him 194 and would force Dentlinger to throw all 3 in the 10th. I think you just get the count here and take your chances. Okay, so here's the situation. We got 194 for Dave Barris. Dave Dentlinger can go up in the 10th frame. Double 9, we have a tie. 3 strikes. Dentlinger advances to take on the lefty Cameron Crowe. Anything less than double and 9, Dave Barris will advance. It's never over till it's over, but it is now 4-7 for Dave Dentlinger. Dave Barris squeaks it out. He escapes possible issues there, but Dave Barris is going to advance, and he is the 3 seed. He'll be taking on the 2 seed here in just a few minutes. It's going to be exciting to see Cameron Crowe throw the bowling ball. You guys are really going to like this. I know you saw him earlier on the stream, but here in the stepladder format, it'll certainly be fun watching this young man bowl. Dentlinger just finishing up here, can bowl 175. And with that, that is going to do it for this match here. The Battle of the Daves. This one belongs to Dave Barris. I'll be back here on Inside Bowling with the next match. Getting started here in our semifinal match. And you get to see Cameron Crowe, the young man, 18 years old. Awesome strike ball, a lot of power. Really gets after it at the bottom of his swing. Covers it up. He's wearing his Elite Youth Tour shirt, bowling junior leagues, youth events. He's taking on the crafty veteran Dave Barris. Completely different style here. Dave is way more nice to the ball. He's a shot maker. A lot of touch to the way Dave bowls, and Dave starts with a strike, throws a strike at the young man. Fast 8 for Dave Barris, leaves 4-7. It's a good opportunity to thank our sponsor, Ebonite. Thank you for sponsoring the event, Ebonite. If you're thinking about a new bowling ball purchase, make sure you consider an Ebonite bowling ball, makers of the Choice, Futura, Game Breaker line, and more. And Dave covers the spare. Also want to thank the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau for all they do for this event and have for 16 of them. Logo Infusion, you can save 20% over at their website at logoinfusion.com with coupon code GIBA19. Also USA Mortgage, Kingpin Grill, the Budweiser family of beers, and the Hampton Inn. Another solid 7-pin. 2 great shots in the pocket for this young man. It's amazing that that bowling ball does not send a messenger over to take care of it, but a lot of power, a lot of speed. Fun to watch. Through the face, and lucky just to leave another 7-pin. Same result. Oh, and he misses a 7-pin. We've seen a lot of single-pin misses today in our Stepladder finals. So 3 7-pins in a row for Cameron. See what Dave Beres can do here. Dave's an excellent spare shooter. Comes in light for the 2-pin. Dave covers the spare with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Just filling frames now. We went from really high scoring earlier to just filling frames to get through these matches. Low 2 teens are getting it done here in the Stepladder. Don't forget the winner of this match will go on to take on Tom Hess. He's had a stranglehold on this tournament. Plus 507. Cameron Smith second is plus 330. Uh-oh. Oh, from this angle, I thought it was going to jump left, but perfect shot by Dave. So let's see if young Cameron here can get a couple of strikes going. He can, once he starts striking, he can strike a lot. That is for sure. There we go. On the board. I could see a 4-pin or a 10-pin there, but to leave both is an unfortunate break. So let's see if he can give it a run. Slide that 4 right over into the 10. So a rough start, 73 in the 5th. For Cameron Crowe, now Dave Barris just needs to fill frames. Strike for Dave. That's a double for Dave up on the board, and he's putting his sights on the championship match. If Dave Barris were to advance to the championship match and bowl Tom Hess, we would have 2 former champions meeting, I believe, for the first time in tournament history. Comes in light. Good shot. That's a typical Dave Barris light hit strike. Dave's carrying those. He's going to be tough to beat today. They do move pairs after every game, but we'll see if he can get that strike wagon going and keep it going here. Dave just needs to fill some frames, like I said, right now. Commanding lead in the match. Important for Cameron to get up there and start throwing some strikes. Try to get back in the match some way, somehow, if Dave were to leave an opening. It's going to take a lot, though. Starts here. There we go. Now you see the raw power from Cameron. All right, so it looks like now we have Cameron can have 103 in the 6th, 133 in the 7th. So he can bowl 223. Dave's going at 216 pace. So Dave Beres doing everything he needs to do, just fill in the frames. Couple of mistakes for Cameron Crowe early, but he can still strike out, like I said. He can still get there for 2:23. And Dave's going to that 2:16 pace. Must strike. There's one. It's 3 in a row. He throws those pins everywhere. Comes in light for the 3 pin. Still pretty good shot there. Best he can shoot now is 202. Wow. Okay, we've seen splits towards the end of these matches, so seeing that 4, 6, 7 fall late, and just leaving the 4, I should say, for Dave is a blessing here. So 202 still the max score for Cameron. As soon as Dave gets there, it's locked up. Good count here, and Dave's going to move on to bowl Tom Hess. 8 is enough. Well, 8's a tie, isn't it? Puts us at 192. .202, I should say. So he needs at least one of these 2 pins. And if so, Dave Beres is going to advance into the final match against Tom Hess, and he does. So Dave Beres is going to advance. Congratulations to Cameron Crowe for finishing 3rd in this event. He receives $1,500 for his efforts. 18 years old, awesome bowler. I'm sure we'll see him again in the future. Throws an awesome strike ball. Just had some problems early in the match and little carry issues and picking some spares. But I'm sure he'll learn from this and he'll move on. And I want to congratulate him again for just being an unbelievable talent and looking forward to seeing what he can do at the collegiate level and beyond. Coming up next here on Inside Bowling, it's going to be Dave Barris taking on Tom Hess. Tom Hess, a 2-time champion. Dave Barris looking to be a 2-time champion. Coming up here in our final match here from Maple Lanes in Waterloo, Iowa. All right, here we go. Championship match. Tom Hess versus Dave Barris. We got a match here of 2 former champions. Tom has won twice. Dave has won once. Dave's going to start the match. Tom had lane choice and is electing to have Dave finish on the right lane. Over on lanes 11 and 12 here for the finals of the first Ebonite Fall Classic, new sponsorship, formerly known as the Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. I'm Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. Really happy to be bringing you this title match. A couple of really crafty veterans here. You know, you get a lot of youth that comes up to these events, and they're awesome bowlers. Saw Michael Martell win recently. You know, you've seen Nick Pate win out here. But it's always cool when you have a couple of guys that have been going about this for a long period of time. You got Tom Hess. He's about to turn 50. join the PBA 50 Tour coming up here at the end of the year. And then you've got a guy like Dave Barris, who's been arguably pretty notably known for how well he's bowled at the Open Championships and throughout the Midwest. Also, just want to let you know that Dave Barris was our champion back in February of 16, and Tom Hess has won twice. He won in September of 14 and also took it home in September of 18. So a couple guys that have been here before. Should be a great match. Tom led the field by a ton in this event, plus 507. Cameron Crowe was second at plus 330. Dave Barris third at plus 249. So Tom deserves this one based off of how he bowled. He told me that he bowled his block today was about the best he's ever bowled. So Tom Hess deserves this one, but Dave Barris is not going to go down without a fight. You're going to see a lot of shot making here. Probably not too many missed makeable spares. These guys have thrown it for the wheat before. They've done it many, many times. Tom Hess, a former Masters champion, and has bowled competitively on the PBA Tour for many, many years. Just a regional warrior as well. Lots of regional titles. And the hometown boy, he's what I mean by that is the tournament sponsored by Ebonite, and he's on Ebonite staff. So here he is up in the second frame. He's choosing to throw the same ball we saw Steve Keeler use earlier in the Stepladder. He's using the Heat Lava. Through most of qualifying, he used a Game Breaker 3 black-blue. But as the lanes began to hook more and more, he went to this ball earlier today and really trusts it and believes in it. And he was up here calling the commentary earlier when Steve Keeler was using this ball, and I think he's been eyeing it up. I think he really likes it. But here's Dave Barris now on the right lane. Got a spare up working. Looking to match Hess with a strike here. I'm right on top of the guys, too, so talking a little more quiet than I normally do. Dave crosses over for a 10-pin. You consider that pretty much about what he deserves right there. You never want to see a crossover in a title match from either player. They'll tell you that. Unfortunate not to leave like a 5-10 or something like that. So he'll take his 10-pin, clean up the garbage here, and move on to frame number 3. And that's exactly what he does. Appreciate everybody watching this weekend with us and our recorded version here on YouTube as well. Thanks for watching. Great match here. You know, the Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open, as it's been called in the past, 16 of those. It just started as the Fusion, then became the Community First National Bank Open with it. It's been going on. This is the 16th version of it, and great to have Ebonite on board as a sponsor. And awesome to be crowning our 16th champion here today before us, using lanes 11 and 12 here at Maple Lanes. And that was a great shot by Dave Barris. Stayed down and threw it. Executed about as perfect as he possibly can. So 2 spares for Barris and a strike up on the board. Now we shift our attention over to Tom Hess, looking to be the first person to win this event 3 times. One thing was kind of special for Tom, too, during this event. His daughter, Megan, got to participate, and she earned a check for one of the ladies' checks, so congratulations to her. That one double dribbled at the arrows. Wrap 10. Tom's an excellent spare shooter. So a pretty even match here to start. Neither player running away with it. That's the hit you got to carry here. You got to carry that one a little bit high on the head pin, but he liked it. Tripped out the 4 late. Goes right back to where he wants to be. He's hanging out over in his own little area behind lane 7 and 8. Dave Barris hanging out just over by about lane 13 after each shot. So now here's Barris up on 12. He's got an opportunity here to double in the match. Pretty good shot. Call that one the can opener. So Dave with that shot takes a 10-pin, 9-pin lead. 9-pin lead there. And that's about a Dave Barris hit there. You know, the lack of the rev rate just keeps the ball on line, hits the 1-3. Every once in a while he's going to leave a 5-pin. But he'll 220 it to death. He really will. He's an excellent bowler. Just doesn't have the high rev rate like a lot of the young bowlers do these days. Traditional player. Should be no problem picking up a 5-pin here for Dave. No problem at all. Covers it up. He's in good shape through 5 frames. Still got a possible 258 left. There'd be a lot of strikes to get there, of course, the last 7, but he does still have 258 left through 5. Hess is looking to get it going here and have a double. He's right up against that ball return. It's a long ball return here. It's the old AMF ball return. Looks pretty good. Oh, he 4-9s. We saw that in the Steve Keeler match. A 4-9. Tom threw that one pretty good. You know, earlier we saw Dave Beres pick up a 4-7-9 that I called. And I put Hess's chances of picking up this 4-9 higher than normal. I'd give him about a 23% chance of picking this one up. He's going to throw a reactive resin ball at it. Cross lane. Just stand a little bit to the right of the middle arrow. Gave it a run. Gave it a run. So 86 now in the 5th for Hess. Dave Barris takes the lead. Or extends his lead on the bench. Barris, if he strikes in the 6th, will have 108 in the 5th, which would be a 22-pin lead through 5 frames. All right, Tom gets on the board with a strike here in the 6th. Good shot. Tom's gonna have to do a severe amount of striking. But you know, Dave Barris, he's no strike machine right now. Like I said, he'll 220 it to death, 230 it to death. You know, 9 spare, double, 9 spare. That's pretty much what Dave's gonna give you here on this oil pattern. Got a plethora of 300 games and a lot of success, high series in that. But when he's got to attack him from left to right, playing fallback, pin carry's not going to be at a premium for Dave. Excellent shot by Dave. 6-pin goes to the sidewall and kicks out the 10. It's textbook right there. Dave's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, too. Hess is super nice, too. Just on the lanes and off the lanes, I would say that Barris is just kind of the same guy. Dave Barris is a member of Team Brunswick. Has been for quite a while. Loyal guy. He's had a lot of success with Brunswick. He asked that one to read it, and the 7 and the 10 fall out late. Huge double he's throwing at Tom Hess right now. You know, I talk about Dave Beres' strike ball not being too loud and proud, but I'll tell you what, 2 doubles up on the board. This is about as good as it gets for Dave right here. Now he's got Hess thinking about it on the right lane, leaving the 4-9 the last time. Now keep in mind, Hess can still bowl 236. He's got a lot of game left. I mean, the guy was 507 over for the tournament. Inside of target, he didn't like it at all. Crosses over for a strike. So, you know, maybe, just maybe, you could say maybe he deserved that. Sometimes things always balance out. 22 pin lead right now for Dave Barris with 3 frames to play. Another good shot by Tom. Lanes are just really hooking now. He left a 4-9 and a 4-pin now. So he needs to pick this up. He's still got 2:15 left. 37, 2:17 pace for Barris. But we've seen almost every match here today, or enough of them, where some sort of split creeps up in the 9th or 10th frame to ruin the match. So Hess has just got to stay the course and keep doing his thing. He'd like to have the first shot back, I'm sure. But his shots in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th have all been right in the pocket. Really good shots. This 8th frame is telling for Dave Barris. He can really grab a hold of this match right here in the 8th. And he did. The bucket crumbler. That's a Dave Barris special right there. So he can still bolt 258. You know, I said he'll 220 it, 230 it to death. He pops 250 here. You know, excellent bold game by Dave. And he's bowled really good in the stepladder. Not missing any makeable spares. Looks like we got an issue on lane 12. Dave's going to re-rack it over there. I don't know if a pin fell or what happened there. Another strike by Dave, and that's pretty much going to do it here. Dave Barris is going to be your 2019 Ebonite Fall Classic winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for Dave Barris. Tom Hess bowled a great game. It just hasn't been enough. You know, he used a Game Breaker 3 black-blue through most of qualifying and switched to the Heat Lava for 1 game. He used it here. Now he's switching to a Game Breaker 3 Pearl on the right lane. I know the EBI balls pretty well. And then that one strikes. I don't know what Dave Barris is using. I could find out. Hey, Dave. Dave. What ball are you using? Edge. Dave's using. What's that? Dave's using a cutting edge by Brunswick here in this match. And then Hess with a blower 5-pin, just like Dave Barris style. I know Hess has a lot of respect for Dave Barris, but I know this one's going to hurt a little bit for Tom because he bowled so well in this event. Led the field by over 170 pins. Just bowled absolutely outstanding this weekend. One of the best tournaments he's had in a long time. And he's only going to shoot 190 in the final. It'll be his low game of the day. But you got to hand to Dave Barris. He's going to shoot 250, or can still shoot 250. He's going to be in the 220s, 230s for sure. And that's enough. I don't know if Hess is going to have a feeler shot here, going to make a change of some sort. Yeah, he's throwing the game breaker 3 pearl in the left lane as well. This 10 back. So sometimes the ball change will do it. There's the handshake. And Dave Barris is a 2-time champion now, joining Casey Murphy and Tom Hess as a 2-time champion of the Ebonite Fall Classic. And there's a split in the 10th frame like we've seen several times throughout this Stepladder. It's a theme. And it's been an interesting weekend, that's for sure here, just in general. Awesome bowling action, awesome field. Great tournament put on again by Joe Engelkiss and his family. Great host here at Maple Lanes. So Dave Barris is your champion. 218 to 195 with an open end 10th. Congratulations to Dave Barris. I'm going to bring him up here and talk to him for just a couple minutes. All right, I'm here with our champion, Dave Barris. Dave, congratulations, man. You're a 2-time champion now of this event. What does this one mean to you?
Means that I'm pretty good, and my game plan works. I stay steady, stay in the pocket, make spares, and plod my way along. I don't shoot a lot of huge games to bump myself up there. It's just more consistency and doing what I do.
Yeah, I said that you 220 to 230 people to death is pretty much what you do. You know, we've seen a huge youth influx in these tournaments. A lot of youth bowlers coming in and bowling all the time. Really high rev rate. You know, we saw Cameron, for instance, and it's kind of cool seeing the crafty veteran come through on a tough condition like this and win. So this one's got to feel pretty special.
Yeah, it does. It's funny because a lot of the kids that are coming up are kids of people that I grew up bowling with. The Hibbards are from Milwaukee. They're both really good kids from St. Ambrose. I bowled with their dad coming up, and some of these other kids that I bowled with their dads in regional events or other events throughout the Midwest.
I've always enjoyed coming up and doing these events and getting to know you over the years and whatnot. And you've had a lot of success at the Open Championships, and you're a great teammate in that. You tried the tour for a little while, didn't you? Did you bowl a few tour stops?
I did. I was exempt in, I think it was 2010, so I was out there for a little bit and did some events on the side. I'm not really high rev rate enough to compete out there per se, but I did dabble. I did make some cuts, did compete pretty well out there, but those guys are so good, and
yeah.
I'll stick to my day job.
Yeah, and then I want to ask about Tom Hess. You know, he led the tournament by 170 pins. I know you've been there before in a Stepladder finals where you've led a tournament. What would you like to say just to that in general when a guy leads by that much and then gets beat?
Well, I think it's just, you know, he bowled great all weekend. Can't take that away from him, and one game match, anything can happen. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to him before, but I'm sure it's happened to him where he's ran the ladder before to win a tournament. So it happens. That's the unfortunate part with our game a little bit for TV and things like that in one game matches, but I like to think over the course of time it evens out. Yeah,
you got to steal some, and you gotta lose some as well. So I know you have some people that sponsor you, support you, and that. So it's your opportunity to be able to tell them thank you.
Yeah, I gotta thank Brunswick Bowling. They've been with me for probably 10 years now. Vice Grips and Pro World Pro Shop back in Milwaukee. They helped me set up all my equipment and get me good for all these tournaments.
Cool, man. Well, congratulations, Dave. Always a pleasure to stream whenever you're in the finals. I really enjoyed it. Second win. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
That's Dave Barris. Thanks for being here. All right, so there you have it. That's Dave Barris, our champion this year. I want to thank everybody for watching this weekend on Inside Bowling. Make sure you go over to our website. We also have some merch available. You can purchase 15% off with coupon code YouTube, and that's always available all the time. Our next stream will be the Holiday Doubles coming up in December. I want to make sure you tune into that one. It'll be a St. Clair Bowl in Fairview Heights, Illinois. I want to thank Joe Engelkiss, his entire family, the entire staff here at Maple Lanes for just an awesome weekend, and all the bowlers that came out this weekend. I'm Mike Flanagan. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next broadcast.